This is Cooking with Matthew, episode 3. We're going to do a shrimp boil today. I've already got the potatoes pretty well almost cooked. We're coming to a rolling boil. I've got an ingredient list for y'all at the end of the show. Usually I use Conecuh sausage, but we had some other kind of sausage today. And I usually use fresh corn, but we couldn't find no fresh corn, so I'm going to go ahead and now add the corn in, the sausages in. We're going to do right now with that. Put the lid back on. And while we're waiting on that to cook a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and just make a little cocktail sauce to eat the shrimp with. I'm not going to really, just going to sort of eyeball this. I've already got some fresh lemon zest in there. We'll put some ketchup in here. Little horseradish. Little Worcestershire sauce. Mix that up to eat the shrimp with. Oh, and I was going to cut up a fresh lemon, squeeze a little lemon juice in there. Squeeze a little fresh lemon juice in there. Good. Alright, so potatoes, I don't know, it depends on how big they are. I had to cut some of these up. Some of these is pretty big, as you can see. Something like that you're going to cut in half. I have some smaller ones. The smaller ones is what I like to use, but this is what they had in Winn-Dixie. So you might have to cut them in half or something when you're doing this. Anyways, I lost focus a little bit. I got my little ingredient list here. What I started off with is I put 3 gallons of water in the pot, and then I added, I sliced up 3 lemons, and I put the lemons in there. And I got 2 medium onions. I cut 2 medium onions and put up in here. 4 garlic cloves. I cut them up, put them in there. I got 1/3 cup of Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning, put in there. 1 tablespoon of kosher salt. 2 tablespoons of Old Bay. And I also did a 25-ounce can of a lager beer. It was like a Hurricane is what it was, but you can use whatever kind of beer you want. It just adds a little extra flavor to the shrimp and the potatoes and the corn. So the Conecuh sausage usually is already sort of cooked. This sausage was a little more on the raw side, and I'm hoping they don't bust open with head casing. I've never really used this type of sausage in the shrimp boil, but we'll see what ends up happening with it. Got some nice, pretty 16-20 shrimp here. Nice, pretty big old shrimp. You know, I've had all this. There's different ways of doing this. You can cut up peppers and onions and put in there. The way they did it at the Grand Hotel. You know, but this is a general recipe. What I've got right here. As you can see, what this is the ingredient list of what I've put in the bowl. But I'm going to add also this crab boil here. Swamp Fire is my favorite. This is like a Winn-Dixie brand because I couldn't find a Swamp Fire. I'm going to add half a cup of this, but you do not want to add this to like, this is the last thing you add. You do not want to add this till you're about to cook the shrimp because it'll get the, but if you put it in the beginning, your potatoes will be so hot you can't eat them. Your everything will be so hot you can't eat them. That stuff one needs to be in there because these shrimp is only going to take me around 2 minutes to cook once I get it ready. We'll come over here and look at what we got going on here. We got the corn, potatoes. See what the sausage are looking like. That's the main thing I'm worried about. The sausage is getting pretty close. I think that, see, it's not really rolling. Once this thing, I'm going to let this lid sit on for a second. Once it starts boiling, I'm going to go ahead and throw the shrimp in. And the shrimp's going to take like 2 minutes to cook. You know, somewhere around that neighborhood. This thing's cranked up on high. Sausage has got cooked a little quicker than I thought it would. I can go ahead and add this because I am fixing to dump the shrimp in. I believe we are safe. I think that sausage is probably going to be about ready by the time the shrimp gets ready. The shrimp ain't going to take long at all to cook. Go ahead and dump the shrimp in there, put the lid back on. It's a process, so you got to start the potatoes first. Potatoes take longer, and then you want to cook it all in there, all the flavors soak in. It's really good once it all comes together. I've got I looked at that strainer I had. Got a little strainer over here. Sink cleaned out a little bit. This isn't going to take long at all. So this is just a regular old shrimp bowl. Like I said, I like the Conecuh sausage. I think this may be Monroe sausage or something. I'm not really 100%. That's what it looked like. It was like in a case, and I was afraid it might bust open, but it's not. Don't look like it's going to. Let me see if I can find us a platter now. Wants to pour that thing on once I get it going. Something. Oh, I'll wash this thing off. Put it on this. We'll get over here and look at the shrimp now. Okay, they're starting to get done. Not all of them's quite there. Some of them's a little bigger than the other ones. Actually, they are getting pretty well done. I'm gonna leave them like another 30 seconds, and then we're gonna call that a day. I'll get this and right here, wipe down. These over here. It's looking good to me. dump it all under our little strainer. Get some more of this. It's all done. Now we're just going to put it in here and we're ready to eat. Let me get a potato in there for the picture. There's your crab boil right there. Or not crab boil, shrimp boil. There's your shrimp boil, and we're ready to eat now. That's going to conclude my video. I'll put this back up. Let me add one thing to it. Put this back up and we'll conclude the video. There's your ingredient list. And thank y'all, and y'all have a blessed day. Let's hit that button again.